Well, if I have 5 minutes with President Buhari, the first thing I would just say to him is, you are over 70, you have nothing to lose, go for broke, get all the corrupt leaders, irrespective of where they come from, get all corrupt public servants, make our laws work, be firm, and change our country for the better. At the age of 70, you've got nothing to lose. You've made yourself a hero that will never be forgotten by the people of our country.
Hello, good evening Nigeria, and good evening to our viewers from around the world, but good evening to our viewers in the UK and in Europe. It's another Thursday and it's your program Politricks with KO.
The Christians use this word. They say a pastor has a calling for saving lives. Some pastors have a calling from saving marriages. I think I am probably one of those who have the calling to critically access governance and fight for the people who have no voice. And I think I'm comfortable in that role. I try to look beyond what is being presented and just look at things critically. Let me stop that.
Sure.
Okay, I think that stops it. I lived in Nigeria, then moved to Holland, lived in Holland for about a year, then moved to Germany, lived in Germany for about 3 years, and then moved to the UK. There's a saying in my place, I'm Yoruba from the southwest of Nigeria, that if you've not gone to another person's farmland, you will claim that your father's farm is the biggest in the world. Maybe before traveling out of Nigeria, I will be singing about Yoruba being the richest culture. Going out of my space, going into to know other cultures, has actually changed my perception about society, about people. I've seen the humanity, the bond that forms everyone, irrespective of tribe, language, race, color. A poor man in England and a poor man in the Soviet Union and a poor man in Nigeria and oppressed people across the world share a common bond. They want good things in life. What is it with Buhari supporters, man? Those who support Buhari seems to be more critical and hardened in terms of taking a very hard stance on corruption, and I think it's a passion. But tonight we're going to talk about the power of the social media. I've been detained by various Nigerian military governments for being involved in pro-democracy struggle. I was, myself and other students were taken before a military tribunal. When people say I have been arrested or people say I've been in and out of jail, I see it differently. Being detained, being in prison for a good cause is actually going to university. There are people who have died fighting for change. There are people who have been assassinated by governments fighting for change. There are people in our society who don't feed 3 times daily. It's a more painful process than just being kept in detention. And the inner strength that I have today and my resilience to insults, to blackmail, to propaganda, I actually got that from when I was in prison. That if I'm in a dungeon and I could still remain strong, if I'm outside and I'm campaigning against the government and people through all sorts of blackmail, is the least they can do. The worst I have been through.
God bless you.
Thank you, and say hello to our people in Sweden. We don't usually get praise on this program because it's always controversial. People wonder why I don't react to slanderous criticism. It's not that I don't get bored. I just feel that there are very important issues to address, and that beyond the so-called monstrous radical they see, there is a human being behind the scene who feel for fellow humans, who think that the world is a better place if we don't keep the critical issues under the carpet, if we look beyond the politricks and then have genuine conversation. When it comes to politics in Nigeria, you need a lot of money. Not just that you need a lot of money, you need godfathers and godmothers. In terms of going to contest, going to elective post in Nigeria, maybe when we have a fair level playing field where hardworking people, transparent people can come in, and the system does not need you borrowing money and indebting yourself and going through all sorts of illegal things to get elected. Maybe then people like me would consider going into politics. We don't have to all go into government, go into politics to serve the people. Just taking care of the community by providing alternative platforms for them is service. The program we do for our community in the UK, Politricks with Kayode, which is a TV program, is sacrifice. Nobody is paid. All members of the crew, we are all volunteers. We are not paid a dime. It is cool to scream unity, united Nigeria. Yes, we are one, but we are lying. The fact is, we are a nation made up of different nations, brought together by the British colonial masters to form an imperfect country. Yorubas, Igbos, Hausas, Igalas, Edomas. These are nation states, over 350 ethnic nationalities. And my vision is to have a Nigeria that would recognize its diversity, but unite on a genuine basis of social justice, equality for all, not the pretense that we're having now. You didn't put your name. It just says, I completely agree with your view on the situation in Indonesia. Those who are killed just paid for their crime. And this is from one of our viewers in the United States of America. I do hope to go back home and retire as an elder statesman when that time comes. Viewers, we'll see you next Thursday. It's still the same show, but don't let me go without thanking all our volunteers and the man from Cambridge who comes in every Thursday. Tony, Victor, Rose, Graham. We say good night, God bless you, and God bless Nigeria. See you next Thursday.